Good morning, students. Today I am continuing with chapter number 7. It is related with integration, and I am continuing with the part number 3. So, in this video, I will tell about the integration by partial fraction. So, what is the meaning of this? So, before that, we have to focus on the rational function. That is px upon qx. P and Q both are the polynomial in variable x, and here we can say Qx is not equals to 0. Okay. If the degree of P polynomial is less than the degree of Q polynomial, so that type of rational function is known as proper rational function, otherwise it is known as improper rational function. So if the function is improper, if the rational function is improper rational function, then what we will do? First we will convert the improper rational function in proper rational function by long division process. It means it can be written as t plus p1 upon q. Here t is the polynomial in variable x, and p1 upon q, again both are the polynomial. Okay, and it is possible when we can say when the degree of p polynomial is greater than or equals to the degree of q polynomial. But what happens when degree of p polynomial is less than the degree of q polynomial? In that case we will continue with partial fraction. Okay, so in this case we will continue with the long division process, but in this case we will continue with table of partial fraction. Now I am continuing with the table of partial fraction. It means what happened when degree of p polynomial is less than degree of q polynomial. So the table is related to partial fraction. So there are some points. This is serial number, form of the rational function, and form of the partial fraction. So this is the table. First we will take first point, px plus q upon x minus a into x minus b, where x minus a and x minus b both are prime factors, and we can say here a not equals to b. So this is the rational function, and how can we will write in the form of partial fraction? It can be written as a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus b, where x minus a and x minus b both are prime factors. Second situation is px plus q upon whole square of x minus a. It can be written as a upon x minus a plus b upon whole square of x minus a, where a and b both are constant. In third point we will write px square plus qx plus r upon x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. So it can be written as a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus b plus c upon x minus c. It means when this type of format is given, it can be written as a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus b plus c upon x minus c, where capital A, B, C are constant. After this, the fourth situation is px square plus qx plus r upon whole square of x minus a into x minus b. If this type of rational function, then it can be written as a upon x minus a plus b upon whole square of x minus a plus c upon x minus b. Okay. Now the last situation, that is the fifth situation. So in fifth situation we can say, if this type of rational function is given, px square plus qx plus r upon x minus a x square plus bx plus c, then it can be written as a upon x minus a plus bx plus c upon x square plus bx plus c, where we can't factorize further x square plus bx plus c. So this is the table related with form of the rational function and form of the partial fraction. So when question is given in such a way, then we will go with this table. As you see here, in all these format, degree of this numerator, the degree of this x is less than the degree of denominator. So whenever the degree of the numerator part is less than the degree of the denominator part, we will continue with these 5 points. Now I am continuing some question which is related with partial fraction and long division process. So after the introduction part of these 2 points, long division process and partial fraction, we will continue with some questions related with partial fraction and long division process. So I am taking one question. We have to find the integration of x square plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6 dx. So this is our p polynomial, this is our q polynomial. We can say the degree of this polynomial is 2 and the degree of this polynomial is also 2. Both the degree of these polynomials are same, so we will divide this polynomial by qx polynomial. It means we will continue with long division process. So how can we will do the integration here? So first we will start with, let I equals to x square plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6 dx. Okay, so we will divide numerator by denominator by long division process. So what we will do, first we will solve it, and it can be written as, or you can say we will rearrange it. So both will cancel and it can be written as 5x minus 5. It means x square plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. We rearrange it, and if we do the splitting of x square minus 5x plus 6, it becomes x minus 2, x minus 3. So it can be written as 1 plus 5x minus 5 upon x square minus 5x plus 6, and splitting of this quadratic expression is x minus 2, x minus 3. Okay. So after this it can be written as, okay, after this we can say, how can we do the integration? So integration of x square plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6 into dx, it can be written as 1 plus 5x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3 dx. This is your I. So we will convert this I in I1 and I2. So this is our I1 and this is our I2. Okay, this is I1, this is I2, and we will put this as equation number first. It means the given function can be written as I equals to I1 plus I2. Now we will come to on I2. How can we will solve I2? So first we will take 5x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3. As you see here, in numerator the highest power of x is 1, or in denominator the highest power of x is 2, so that we will continue with the concept of partial fraction. So it can be written as a upon x minus 2 plus b upon x minus 3. Okay, now we will calculate the value of capital A and capital B, both are constant, but before that we will put it as equation number second. Now after this we will take the LCM in right hand side, so that it can be written as a multiplied by x minus 3 and b multiplied by x minus 2. So both the denominator will cancel, and we will get 5x minus 5 equals to a x minus 3 in bracket plus b x minus 2 again in bracket. But the ultimate goal is that we have to calculate the value of a and b. So what we will do, we will compare. We can say compare the coefficient of x and constant both the sides, or we can say we will put x equals to 3 both the sides. What we will get, 15 minus 5, it becomes 0, and that is your b. 3 minus 2 is 1, so we will get b equals to 10. So we will get b equals to 10 when we put x equals to 3. Second time we will put x equals to 2. So if we put x equals to 2, this term becomes 0, and here we will get minus a. So 10 minus 5, we will get minus a. So the value of a is minus 5. So this is the value of a, and this is the value of b. Okay, we will put the value of a and b again in equation number second. So when we will put the value of a and b in equation number second, so from equation number second we can say 5x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3, it can be written as minus 5 upon x minus 2 and plus 10 upon x minus 3. Right. Now we will go through with the integration, so that we will write both the side integration sign, and it can be written in this way. So when we will do the integration, it becomes minus 5 log x minus 2 plus 10 log x minus 3. It means this is the value of I2. So again from equation first, we can say the value of I is, the integration of I1 is x, and integration of I2 is minus 5 log x minus 2 plus 10 log x minus 3 plus c. So this is the way of solving the question by the help of long division process. And as you see here we continue with the concept of partial fraction. We will apply the concept as per the table of the partial fraction. How can we write the partial fraction? As you see in equation number second, it can be written as a upon x minus 2 plus b upon x minus 3. It means in this question I am continuing with both the cases, long division process as well as partial fraction. Okay, after calculating the value of a and b, again we will put the value of a and b in equation number second, and then we will continue with the integration. We will get the I2, put the value of I2 in equation number first, and we will easily get the value of I. So this is the question which is related with long division process as well as partial fraction. So I hope with the help of this question you will solve the question which are related with the long division process as well as the question which are related with the partial fraction. Thank you very much.